For 3 weeks, I thought my phone was broken. A glitch, a bad map update. That's what I needed to believe. The truth was that something on the other end of that little blue line knew exactly where it wanted me to go. And it was very, very patient about getting me there. I figured out what it was too late to unknow it. My name is Daniel. I'm 31. I drive for a living, long delivery routes through the backcountry of western Pennsylvania. 2-lane roads, no streetlights. Towns you'd miss if you blinked. I know those roads better than I know my own apartment. I don't even need the GPS most days. I just leave it on so the car doesn't feel so empty. So when it started sending me the wrong way, I noticed immediately. The first time, I was heading to a simple drop-off, a route I'd driven 100 times. But that afternoon, the GPS lit up and told me to turn left onto a gravel road I'd never seen. No sign, just a gap in the trees. I ignored it, and the second I passed the turn, the voice recalculated. Calm as anything. Make a U-turn when possible. I laughed. Stupid thing. But it wouldn't let go. Every quarter mile the whole rest of the drive, it kept trying to send me back to that gravel road. Recalculating, rerouting. Like the delivery was never the point. The next day it happened again. Different route, different town. And the same left turn onto the same gravel road appeared on my screen, 30 miles from where it had been the day before. That's when the cold started in my chest, because that road couldn't be in 2 places at once, but there it was. Same road, waiting for me to turn. I'm the kind of person who solves problems. So I tried. I deleted the app and reinstalled it. Same thing, different app, same thing. So I borrowed my buddy Marcus's phone, a phone that had never been in my car, never learned my habits, and ran my route on it. His phone sent me straight to that gravel road too. That was the night I stopped sleeping right, because a glitch lives in one device. A glitch doesn't jump to a phone I've never touched. Whatever this was, it wasn't in the software. The software was just the thing it was using to talk to me. I want to tell you I stayed away from that road. I want to tell you I was smart, but you already know I wasn't. Here's the part I've never told anyone. About a month before all this, I'd started having a dream. The same one, over and over. A house at the end of a dirt road, one light on in an upstairs window. In the dream, I'm walking toward it, and I'm happy. That's the part that scares me now. Not the house, the fact that I wanted to be there. I woke up every time feeling like I was late for something. Like I'd missed an appointment I couldn't remember making. Then, on a Thursday, I gave in. Long day, last delivery late. And when the GPS told me to turn for the 100th time, I was too tired to fight it. I'd just drive up a little way, see the dead end, and prove to myself there was nothing there. So I turned. The road went back further than it should have. The trees closed over the top of it until it was just my headlights and the dust. My phone showed the blue arrow crawling forward. And at the top of the screen, where the street name goes, it said one word. Home. I don't have a home saved in that app. I've never saved one, but there it was. Home. And a distance counting down. 0.4 miles, 0.3. Some part of me, the part that had the dream, felt something I can only call relief. Like I was finally doing the thing I was supposed to do. Then the trees opened up, and there was the house. 1 story, gray, sagging, dark windows. A porch rotted into the ground. And upstairs, in one window, a single light was on.
Back.
The exact house from my dream. My phone said, in that flat, pleasant voice, "You have arrived." I sat there with the engine running. The light in that window didn't flicker. It just burned, steady, like it had been waiting up for me. And then the front door opened. Not fast, not violent. It just swung inward, slow, into the black inside the house. Nobody stepped out. Nobody had to. It opened the way a door opens when someone inside is expecting you and has left it unlocked. Upstairs, behind the lit window, a shape crossed the glass, left to right, unhurried. Somebody walking through a room they knew in the dark. And then a second light came on. Downstairs this time, closer. Then a third, in the room just inside that open door, like the house was lighting a path, one bulb at a time, leading me in. My phone buzzed in my hand. The pleasant voice spoke again. But this time it didn't say you have arrived. It said, you're almost home. That's when I saw the cars. Off to the side, half swallowed by weeds, a whole row of them. An old sedan on 4 flat tires, a pickup with moss up the wheel wells, a minivan gone chalky in the sun. Some looked 10 years gone. Some looked almost new. All of them pointed at the house, like they'd driven up that road and parked and never left. I don't remember deciding to run. I remember my hands throwing the truck into reverse, the house sliding sideways in my headlights, and then I was tearing back down that road faster than I had any right to in the dark. The GPS never stopped talking. Make a U-turn when possible. Make a U-turn when possible. Its voice never changed, never rose. Just kept, gently, endlessly, asking me to turn around and go back. I got home, I locked my doors. I sat on the kitchen floor with every light on until the sun came up. The next morning I called the police. I know how it sounds. But those cars were real. If there were cars, there were people. I told the officer. Gravel road off Route 9, past Renfield, unmarked. A house at the end with a bunch of abandoned vehicles out front. Somebody should check it. He put me on hold. When he came back, his voice had changed. Careful. He told me there was no gravel road off Route 9 past Renfield. He'd pulled the county maps and the satellite images himself. Past a certain point, it was just trees. No road, no house. State forest nobody had touched in 50 years. I asked him to check again. Same answer. Then he asked, trying to sound casual, how I'd found the place if it wasn't on any map. I told him my GPS took me there. There was a long silence on the line, and then he said only one thing, you're not the first. And he hung up. I didn't drive for 2 weeks. Called in sick, couldn't make myself get in the truck. When I finally did, I kept the GPS off, just me and the roads I knew. And for a while it was fine. No gravel turn, no voice, no home at the top of the screen. I let myself believe it was over. Then, about a month later, I was on a familiar route with the app closed. Closed, I swear to you. And my phone lit up on its own. The map opened. The blue line drew itself. And at the top of the screen, one word appeared. Home, 0.8 miles, 0.7, counting down. And I was nowhere near that gravel road. I was on a highway in the middle of my own hometown. I pulled over. I held the button down until the screen went black. And in the dead black glass, reflected, I could see the road behind my car. Empty. Then, not empty. Far back. At the edge of my taillights, a figure standing in the middle of the road, facing me. I turned around in my seat. Nothing there. When I looked back at the dark phone, the figure was closer. I threw that phone out the window and I drove home and I didn't stop for anything. I have a new phone now. Different carrier, different everything. I don't save routes. I don't save anything I don't need. And I never, ever let it navigate for me. Because here's what I finally understand. And it's the thing that keeps me up. That house wasn't calling me to visit. Those cars out front weren't wreckage. They were arrivals. Every one of them belonged to someone who was, one way or another, driving toward that house their whole life. The road just showed up when it was their time. The GPS didn't take me somewhere wrong. It took me exactly where I was always meant to end up. I got a head start, that's all. I turned around before it was finished. But the light's still on in that window. And somewhere in county records that don't show a road, the distance to home is still counting down. Slower now, but counting. So this is the one thing I'll ask you. If you're driving some night, on a road, you know, and your phone lights up and tells you to turn somewhere you've never been, if the top of the screen says home, and it isn't, don't turn. Don't get curious. Don't tell yourself it's a glitch. Because that voice is calm for a reason. It's been doing this a long time, and it has all the patience in the world. It already knows where you live. Yesterday, it was 8.4 miles. Today, it's 8.3.